I begin this visit by walking around the lake and through the peaceful park-like grounds of Jianshui Confucius Temple, or Jianshui Wenmiao. Before reaching the main ceremonial halls, the temple complex leads you through water, trees, stone paths, gates, and open courtyards. This gradual approach is part of the atmosphere of the place. Unlike a small shrine where you go directly to the main hall, Jianshui Confucius Temple unfolds step by step. The lake and gardens create a calm transition from the busy old town into a more formal world of education, ritual, and Confucian tradition. Jianshui Confucius Temple was originally built in the Yuan dynasty in the late 13th century and later expanded during the Ming and Qing dynasties. Because of that long history, the site reflects many centuries of Confucian learning, local scholarship, and official ritual life in southern Yunnan. The gate in front of me marks the entrance into a different cultural world from the Buddhist temples I visited earlier in Xishuangbanna. There, the atmosphere was Theravada Buddhist, closely connected with Dai culture and Southeast Asia. Here in Jianshui, the atmosphere is much more connected with traditional Chinese education, examination culture, and the Confucian world. Confucian temples were not ordinary temples in the same sense as Buddhist or Taoist temples. They were connected with schools, scholars, officials, and the imperial examination system. For centuries, students studied the Confucian classics in the hope of passing official exams and entering government service. So a place like this was not only religious or ceremonial, it was also deeply connected with education, social status, and the structure of traditional Chinese society. As I walk through the entrance area, you can see the classic features of a Confucian temple complex: large gates, courtyards, ceremonial halls, stone paths, old trees, ponds, and carefully arranged architecture. The layout is formal and symmetrical, which reflects the Confucian emphasis on order, hierarchy, ritual, and harmony. Jianshui was historically an important center of learning in southern Yunnan. That is one reason why such a large Confucian temple was built here. Even though Jianshui is far from Beijing, it was strongly tied to the broader Chinese world through education, administration, and Confucian culture. One of the most impressive things about this site is the feeling of space. The complex does not reveal itself all at once. You pass through a gate, then another courtyard, then another hall. Each section prepares you for the next. This gradual movement is part of the design. It creates a sense of ceremony and respect. Visitors do not simply enter a building, they move step by step through a sequence of ritual spaces. The architecture here is also different from Zhu Family Garden, although both are in Jianshui and both reflect traditional Chinese design. Zhu Family Garden was a private family residence, built around domestic courtyards, gardens, and ancestral spaces. Jianshui Confucius Temple, on the other hand, was a public and ceremonial institution. It was connected with learning, ritual, and the moral ideals of the state. The roof lines, gates, and halls are larger and more formal. The courtyards are wider. The whole place feels less like a home and more like an academy, a ritual center, and a monument to education. Confucius lived more than 2,500 years ago, but his influence on Chinese civilization has been enormous. His teachings emphasize respect for parents and elders, proper conduct, education, moral self-cultivation, and the importance of ritual in creating a well-ordered society. In Imperial China, Confucian learning became the foundation of the civil service examination system. For many families, education was the path to social mobility, honor, and official position. That is why Confucian temples like this were so important. They reminded students and officials that learning was not only about personal success, it was also supposed to be about moral responsibility and service to society. Even today, walking through the courtyards, you can feel that atmosphere of learning and ritual. The temple is peaceful, but it also has a sense of dignity. It represents an old ideal that education, self-discipline, and moral cultivation were the foundation of a civilized society. For me, this visit completes another part of the Jianshui story.